Hello and welcome to Galactic Goddess TV. This is Maya the Shaman, and our special guest again is Queen Helen Abdurrajak, and she's the queen of Maharlika Kingdom of God, Lupasug Empire. So, Queen, please introduce yourself and let us know what Lupasug Empire is all about because this is the first time people have heard about it.
Thank you very much, Princess Maya, and all our listeners all over the globe. I am very happy to be back again because you are the only person that I have made this revelation to be spread all over the globe. Lupasug Empire has been covered 1,000 years that even all the governance of the world really tried to hide it, to cover it. And America is one of them because they, during the war, now in first global war, the World War One, World
Mhm.
War Two, and actually the World War Three was the global health, this recent one.
Mhm.
Now, Lupasu means this is the global earth.
Mhm.
Anything with soil,
Mhm.
anything
Mhm.
with the land, it is covered by the Lupasum.
Mhm.
This is the mystery, this is the mystical part which the head of states are aware of, but because of the greed for power, the greed for money, the greed for fame, once you have all this, you become the Lord, you become the gods, you become someone that could do anything,
Mhm.
something to really enslave
Mhm.
the poor.
Yeah.
This is the
Well,
problem.
yeah. So tell me just a little bit about how did America got its independence? Because you mentioned in the past that that's something that I wanted to have the listeners know about this because not even Americans know about that America got their independence from Maharlika or Lupasug Empire. Can you please tell me about that?
In 1776, America gained that independence in July 4th. It is our grandfather who gave independence to all the countries in the world. It started only with 52 countries.
Mm-hmm.
And then it grew up. And now, when it comes to this, because the world is being governed by the royal family,
Mm-hmm.
in every continent, there is a royal family in charge into it.
Mm-hmm.
The monarchy has been messed out because of the power and authority loaned to the head of states.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was the Lupasug, the grandfather of the Lupasug Empire, that gave independence to America.
Okay.
Now, I am calling the people of America because of you, the police power that has been given to you, because of your agreement to the carpenter with John Carpenter and the Sultan of Sulu, that is Jamalul Kiram II. We call him Pa Sahibul Gari Abdurrajak of Maimbung Sulu.
Mm-hmm.
And because of this Carpenter Agreement, which John Carpenter in in March 22, 1915. So the reigning sultan then is Jamalul Kiram II, the uncle of Raja Mamay, the
Mm-hmm.
reigning sultan of Sulu and the king of Southeast Asia, and the king of the Royal Imperial Lupasog Islamic United Kingdom of Sulu in North Borneo.
Mm-hmm.
So you just imagine how this America became superpower, how Russia became superpower, how China became superpower because of the royal family of the Lupasug Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Now, imagine for how many years they have controlled the world because of this police power.
Mhm.
Now, that is the problem why they have to kill us because of this power that could really put justice to them all.
Mm.
Because we were the one, our grandfathers were the ones
Mhm.
who gave them the authority, who gave them the independence. So the time has lapsed, the time has ended.
Mhm.
So since March 22, 2015, the 100 years over. So
Mhm.
now 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 21, 10 years.
Mhm.
They have still defied the order to
Mm.
return it back to the rightful hands, to the rightful owner.
Mhm.
So even America is liable.
Mhm.
Now they are insisting about this Nesara Gesara.
Mhm.
Okay? This conspiracy is to eradicate their debt. In
Mhm.
America cannot stand alone without Lupasug, without the Sultan of Sulu, without the Sultana de Hulo.
Mhm.
Because the economic side of it, we were the one who gave the backup, and America owed trillion of dollars to the royal family
Mhm.
of the Commonwealth
Mhm.
of the Philippine Islands. Because Philippine Islands has been governed by the
Mhm.
royal family from Queen Victoria down to Queen Elizabeth II, and now I am here. Now the question they can say, who am I?
Mhm.
It's not anymore my problem.
Mhm.
They should have to see the other side of me,
Mhm.
why I am doing this. So therefore, the Nesara Gesara cannot save the world because America, in it as a country, cannot operate without the Commonwealth,
Mhm.
head of states of monarchy, and
Mhm.
that is the President of the Federal Republic of the Philippine Islands.
Mhm.
So, do you think they can do the global reset, the revaluation reset that they are saying? No, cannot.
Mhm.
Now I am telling the world, the author of that, Harvey Francis Barnard, gave that to us
Mhm.
supposedly to be part of it because the income tax, they have to change it
Mhm.
to their sales, the national sales. This is supposedly the proposed economic reforms that they have. That's
Mhm.
why the Global Economic Security and Reform Act, the GESARA, is the global scale. Now,
Mhm.
in itself, the National Economic Security and Recovery Act cannot do it because they
Mhm.
cannot
Mhm.
abolish their loans. And I secured that loans that they have to pay it back. All
Mhm.
the countries of the world, they have to pay their debt.
Mhm.
That's why I pity the people of the Philippines who are supportive of this conspiracy because this Nesara Gisara is a conspiracy theory
Mhm.
claiming the radical economic reset. Hindi
Mhm.
nila kaya yan. They cannot do it. I am trying to tell them now in Tagalog, they
Mhm.
cannot make it.
Mhm. Yes, I'm familiar with Nisara Jisara. It refers to the accordingly to a conspiracy theory, promoted by Shani Goodwin, also known as Dobe of Oneness, and there's a lot of websites, but it refers to all debts will be wiped out in radical reset of the U.S. economy. It is a reference also to the National Economic Security and Recovery Act, and that's what they call NISARA. It's a set of U.S. economic reforms proposed in the 1990s, and that includes abolishing compound interest on loans, replacing income tax with a national sales tax, and returning U.S. currency to the gold standard. It was supposedly introduced before Congress. I don't know if that really happened because can you Can you talk more about it? It happened during George Bush in the wake of 9/11 attacks. So can you just explain more about all this?
Because this is now the interconnectivity of the head of states to the source of origin.
Mm-hmm.
So Shiny Goodwin used the trust, Omega Trust, which is now you can see in that dollar, the eye, the triangle,
Mm-hmm.
because that is the components why there is a fiat currency that has been used by America because of the gold backup.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with this, we know that they cannot proceed on. So they have started in 1990s, and that was the time of the senior Bush. Now the junior Bush, they are all together to block the Sultan of Sulu not to come out because they knew that once we are going to let them pay, they cannot pay that you, citizen of America, you're going to handle the payment for that matter. Now, if I were you, that is supposedly could be arranged, but because of your head of states, I am not attacking anyone, and especially the President Trump now. If only he could listen to what I am going to say, you cannot. Even what kind of security, what kind of Reformation Act, what kind of financial stability proponents by all of this exegesis, all of your talented people, all of your what you call this one, economist,
Mm-hmm.
nothing. Because without America trying this to sabotage, because we are now in the recovery, it was America through W. Bush that stopped
Mm-hmm.
the coming out of the Ferdinand Idrelin Marcos account.
Mm.
That was supposedly the power of the money to resolve the global conspiracy, the global financial crisis.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many years now? Since 1986, when they supported the takeover of the government from the office of the President Ferdinand Idrelin Marcos Sr.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'd like to reiterate again this scenario that they had been doing the wars.
Mm-hmm.
Without war, America cannot survive
Mm-hmm.
because the main project to stabilize the economy is the proceeds from all the war armaments. That
Mm-hmm.
is re- that is a reality that all this government of the United Nations leaders should understand. Now,
Mm-hmm.
they thought that there is no power above America. There is. Now, Queen Helen is Elizabeth III.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to control Queen Mama before, Elizabeth II, but not the Queen now. Because this is now the power direct from the heavens that gave me this crown, that's give me this throne to
Mm-hmm.
serve humanity away from the manipulations, away from the slavery of the head of states that has been governed by the Illuminati, by the Cabal, by the ISIS. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
in 2010, I have already my write-ups that it is my obligation to recover all of these people used and abused by the temporary power given to them, loaned to them.
Mm-hmm.
So this Nesara Gisara is a conspiracy in itself. That's why they were able to resort even to the bombing of the Twin Tower just to suppress. Now, this time they have to do wars so that they can enjoy the money of the Sultanate of Sulu and North Borneo and the Philippine Islands Commonwealth monarchy. That
Mm.
is the hardcore of it all.
Mm.
The money that belongs to the royal family of the Eastern, the Pearl of the Orient.
Mm.
This is the reason why they can do all the laws. You see, in the Philippines,
Mhm.
it is always connected to it. Why do you think is Bongbong there in the US? Are
Mm.
they still there? Because they didn't realize that there is an operating government away from the government they have presented in Malacanang, which has ended in September 16, 2013. That's
Mhm.
why they resorted into standoff.
Mm.
Now, this is the conspiracy of all the claimant Sultan Sulu. Now,
Mhm.
they used the brother of Raja Mamay, Alnas bin Abdul Ghaffar. Now, if these lawyers, if the Supreme Court lawyers, they have acknowledged, they have recognized the brother, why can't they recognize the appointed by God, by Allah, as the Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo? So, from this, all of this support head of states can already discern the divine justice to be given to them because they have acknowledged, they have supported, they have given all the wealth and asset, this 2 billion US dollars that they have abused from the printing of the $1,000. And now they printed more peso with animal in
Mhm.
their
Mhm.
fiat currency, which supposedly no authority to print, no authority to distribute, no authority to circulate. Now they played that they are still in power. If America has no power, will Philippines have the power? None.
Mhm. Wow.
So all of this from 1975,
Mhm.
which the power inherent to the royal family that has been assigned to the former president. They
Mhm.
use former, but they didn't know that since 1975, Ferdinand Idrolin Marcos Sr. is still the incumbent president up to now.
Wow. Okay.
So
Mhm.
they have stopped it in 1983. They have resorted it to the killing, supposedly, of Ninoy Aquino. What if I tell them that that person was alive? And that was the greatest conspiracy they have done to cover and instigate the EDSA revolution. It's only how many percent? But because of the support of America, they were able to take over Malacanang.
Wow.
So now they will insist on this Nesara, Gesara,
Mhm.
then they have to pay the trillion of dollars they have owed the Sultan of Sulu in North Borneo. Now, as the Sultana given by the power,
Mhm.
I am the one asking them to pay their debt. Not only America, Russia, China, all the countries of the world, they
Mhm.
have debts to the
Mhm.
royal family of the Philippine Islands and the Lupasug Empire.
Wow. That is a new thing for people to hear. So this is really opening up the vault of what
Because
has
if I,
been
if
secret. Mm-hmm.
yes, Princess Maya, I am so hyperactive. My heart is pumping so hard
Mm-hmm.
because enough is enough. The
Mm-hmm.
media, all the print ads, they have violated their
Mm-hmm.
oath to defend the truth. But what are they doing? They defend the lie.
Mm-hmm.
And this theory alone, all we want is to return back what they have owed to the
Mm-hmm.
royal family,
Mm-hmm.
to the Philippine Commonwealth monarchy, Lupasug Empire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is big because this is the first time people are hearing about Lupasug Empire, in terms of international, citizens of the world. They don't know, they have not heard about it. So this is a good thing to educate people about what's really happening in our world because there's so much that we need to catch up with in terms of the truth. And so this is the time. So, Queen Helen Abdurrajak, thank you for sharing this important information so that the citizens of the world will know about our history altogether because this is our history in our planet Earth, and we need to know what's taking place now. So I really appreciate this, and we'll continue our conversation in our next video interview. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you in the next one, okay? Bye for
Thank you
now.
very much. Bye.